right, give it a couple of minutes. Hello, Betu, you can see me clearly and also hear me clearly. We got good audio and video. Perfect. Alrighty. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Gonna wait a couple more minutes and then I'm gonna get started. Alright, I'm gonna get started. You guys can watch later, do replays. So today I am going to be talking to you guys about timelines and predictions. So we all know that there's a lot of different timelines, and the reason for that is because we all have different thoughts and imagination. No, um, we all have an end goal that we want to reach, but all of us have thoughts that are sometimes different from each other, right? A timeline is basically what we manifest. So when you hear there are multiple timelines, which is what a lot of people say, there's a lot of different timelines. It could go this way, it could go that way, we could manifest this or we could manifest that, right? And sometimes you hear other light workers, or spiritual beings will, like spiritual masters or whatever you want to call them, will say stuff like, oh, we're going to have this timeline happen and we are going to have this timeline happen. Or you might get, people who channel, which I highly recommend you don't channel. Okay, I do not recommend anyone channel. You should get your answers from within you and your higher self. Okay, so this is the best way to find out the truth. But there are people who do channel, and they're gonna, make videos where they're gonna tell you what the next year is gonna be like. For instance, just giving you an example. So 2023, right? So you might have watched somebody's video where they're saying, we could have multiple timelines, and right now, is it could go any way, which way, right? What I want you guys to understand is that timelines are manifested by us. So please don't put your energy towards a timeline that is negative. Okay, This is very, very important because everything right now is manifesting quickly. Okay, so we need to stay aligned to the positive timeline, right? So for instance, I only want a timeline where we're going to have sovereignty, freedom, love, light, joy, bliss, happiness, ecstasy, kindness, compassion, safety, unity, freedom, harmony, balance, equality, oneness, vibrant health, and all good things in abundance. This is the timeline I'm sticking with. So every morning, when I first thing when I wake up, that is what I'm manifesting. Okay, the way you manifest is you manifest with grateful with gratitude. So the way I do it is I say I'm grateful, I'm happy and grateful that all of humanity is sovereign and free, and all of humanity and all of creation is sovereign and free and are full of love, light, joy, bliss, happiness, ecstasy, kindness, compassion, safety, unity, freedom, harmony, balance, vibrant health, oneness, equality, and all good things in abundance. This is how I start my morning. I say 3 times as I'm starting to come awake. Okay, this is how we manifest. You can do the same for your family members, you can do it for your friends, you can do it for all of creation. The reason I'm sharing this with you guys is because the plan is that we all manifest the best thing for all of us, right? We all sick and tired of the old systems, we all sick and tired of being controlled and programmed and all the foolishness that has occurred till now, right? All the old systems need to collapse. The only way they'll collapse is if we are aligned and we are manifesting the same thing. Now, a lot of the times we are told that you're going to manifest what is the highest good of humanity or the highest good of creation. Please do not do that. I don't want you to do that because when they say highest good, do you know how many times they have used those words and destroyed creation? Humanity, animals, all kinds of different kingdoms have been destroyed in the name of the highest good of creation or highest good of humanity. No, we are not manifesting anything for the highest good of anyone. Okay, we are manifesting that which is going to be the best thing for each and every thing in creation. Because highest good can mean let's get rid of 2 million people because that's too much for us to handle. That is not creator. Okay, creator does not care about these things, right? Creator does not care about how much population is on the earth. Okay, how many animals are there, how many birds and how many trees. This is not creator. Creator creates regardless. All right, and the earth is big enough to handle all kinds of stuff. So when people are trying to, you know, say stuff like the highest good of, no, there is no highest good of, because the good of is, it means whatever can be done in the name of the good. Okay, and in the name of good, so much crap has happened, like wars and massacres and this and that, through religions, through this racism, through this and that. That is what we are trying to get rid of. Individually, what do you need is what I want you to focus on. What would you want your life to be like? Now multiply that by 9 billion beings. You're going to manifest that for all of humanity. Okay? This is how it works. So please don't focus on the highest good of this or that or humanity or creation. No. You want to focus on that which you want, which is the best thing for you, is what I just said. I think everybody wants what I just said. And what I try to manifest every morning for all of us, all of creation, all of humanity. But don't forget creation, because humanity is a small part of creation. Remember all the different kingdoms, not just here on earth, but beyond as well. Because remember, they keep saying, don't you have, you've probably heard this, right? That they're watching what happens on earth, because what happens on earth determines what happens out there. Okay? And this is because this place was controlled by beings who have controlled out there as well. So if we get things under control here, then everything out there gets saved as well as all of earth and all of the creation. Do you see? And we need that. We need to help everything in creation. It is just like creation is like this, okay? You are an artist, okay? And you create a painting, right? You create a painting and you feel such pride, such love for it. And it gives you joy, excuse me, and happiness. And then sometimes you gift it to someone and it gives them the same. Hmm? This is how creator is. Creator creates because it gives creator joy and happiness to create and is proud of the creation, right? So if you're proud of your creation, would you destroy your creation? Think about it. If you did a beautiful painting and you're proud of your painting, would you want any harm to come to it? You'd probably want to make sure that it's taken care of. People are looking at it, they're giving you compliments, you want to display it, you want to, you're proud of it, right? This is what it is. You want, your creation to be appreciated. This is all creator wants. The creator feels exactly like that for all of creation. So destruction has never occurred because creator wants it. Okay? So now that I've talked about that, let me now come to predictions. So, some of the timelines always manifest that which is going to be what you want, and it is good for you, is also good for others. Remember, if it is a positive thing, okay, then manifest it for all of creation. If it is going to bring peace and sovereignty, love, light, joy, bliss, happiness, please do it for all of creation. Okay? Because that is the birthright of creation. All of creation's birthright is this entire earth and all of the stuff on earth. Everything, all the resources are for us to use, not abuse, because this was what was done. Okay? We have to use them and respect all of creation. This is how the indigenous people did it. See, in this day and age, it's all about profits and money and how to make more and more and more and more. This is not what we are. This is not how it's supposed to be done. Okay? So now talking about predictions, we have been told about predictions, we have read predictions, we have seen them in the scriptures, right? The Bible has them, the Indian scriptures have a lot of different scriptures, have predictions, and there are people who predict, like people who are religious, right? I have seen a lot of people, different religious leaders, predict things about the future. Okay, now I'm just going to bring this as an example. In Indian, the Hinduism, as we call it, or Sanatan Dharma, they are predicting that we're in the golden age, and that after the golden age, we are going to come into even a worse yuga. They call it Kali Yuga. I gotta talk about this in another video about Kali, because that's like I talked about it a little bit in one of my other videos. But Kali Yuga is supposed to be the age of dark or darkness. Okay, now so they are predicting that there's going to be a worse age, like Kali Yuga, but it's going to be worse than we have had it thus far. Okay, so they're saying, oh, now people are praying more and they are more into spirituality because this is the golden age. It's going to be shorter for a short period, and then after that, we're going to have a really, really bad stage where we're going to. They are not understanding something, right? We already experienced it. All that horror, the child trafficking, the human, they've been feeding human meat to people for how long now? Okay? This all is coming out. That part of the world is probably not awake and aware of this stuff happening already. Okay? Because remember, India is majority of Indians are vegetarians. So this is something that is a new thing for them. Also, the western part of the world has brought the industries into India recently, maybe 10, maybe the last decade or something, right? 10 years or maybe 15 years, that you've been seeing the change in how they do things over there. They have, because they from the US, a lot of companies have gone there and they've started you know their business there and all that stuff, right? So this and this is, a lot of it is very new for them, but it is also, they look at the western world as the world, the part of the world where everything is fancy and wonderful, and that we live such amazing lives in the US, and that they want the same kind of a lifestyle. So this is what's happening in India, and so they're not aware of all this stuff. So yes, there are some who are probably awake and are aware of it, but a lot of them are not. So anyway, so this prediction that it's going to get worse, remember that we are the ones manifesting the reality that we want, like I just said with the timelines, right? So what are we predicting? What are we manifesting? Sorry. What are we manifesting? Fuck the predictions. I want you to put the predictions aside. I don't want you to put any energy to any of the predictions. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what was predicted. If we are here to shift and change the reality and manifest what is supposed to be and bring sovereignty, freedom, peace, love, light, unity, all that stuff, why are we going to sit with a prediction and manifest it by putting energy to it? Remember, collectively is how we shift things. Collectively with our thoughts and what we are grateful for. Imagination, we are manifesting the reality. So don't focus on predictions. Okay? Ignore the predictions, especially if they are predicting negative things for humanity. How much more suffering, sorrow, pain, misery, sadness? How much of this do we want? Isn't this why the awakening, the great awakening, the grand awakening, isn't this why we are here? If light workers focus on the wrong thing and we just, we are supposed to be aligned, we are supposed to be doing the right thing, we are supposed to be the one manifesting a reality that was organic and original, if we are supposed to bring that timeline into being, how can we focus on this guy predicted that, that guy predicted that, this guy said this, that guy said this, and these guys are saying this kind of stuff? We can't allow that. So, what I suggest to you guys is, anytime you hear somebody mentioning a prediction, or you read something or hear something, I want you to say, I collapse that as a negative paradigm, because that is not the timeline we have manifested. Because we have already manifested. See it like that. That's how I see it. That what I want, the stuff I say first thing in the morning, is set in stone and is for eternity. We are not going to bring all the negative stuff back. We don't want that. This is why we are here. This is why we are changing everything. This is why the systems are collapsing. You can already see it. This is why all the truth is coming out, guys. And you know what? Don't worry about the people who say conspiracy theories, because how long are they going to keep denying the truth? How long? How long are you going to keep thinking it's a conspiracy theory because you don't want to understand it? You don't want to know the truth, because the truth is a shock. When you hear the truth initially, it is a bloody shock, because how can it be possible that the entire, it's been happening for at least 1,000 years or more, How can it have continued to happen like this without anybody finding out? Well, this is why we have been put to sleep. This is why mind control and programming. This is why full control by beings calling themselves politicians, government, this, that, blah, blah. Hmm? And we as humans, think about it. How back far can we go in our history? How far can we go? 1600s? That we can say, okay, yes, there's some knowledge of humans being on earth. But even then, when you go back there, remember what they used to dress as, what they used to use for transport, right? Now imagine those buildings that have stood, that are there, that you cannot understand how they were made, how they were constructed, because there's not a nail in them, or they have been standing there. When you go and look at it, nothing around it was like those buildings. Because how did the olden days people live? What kind of houses did they have? Do you remember? If you go back to old photos of 1600, 1700, 1800, right? And you see, they used to have the horse cart. They used to, when the cars actually came, the cars looked different, the houses looked different. So how do you think they put up those? They didn't. Those were put there by somebody else. Do you get it? So this is what I'm trying to tell you, that we don't have enough information about what exactly happened. But what they have done is, the dark side has made sure that they put in place systems that will help them control humanity. Because we are conscious beings. Do you understand? There is no one more powerful than humans. I know you're probably thinking, what the heck, gods are probably more powerful. No. Okay? Yes, creator is powerful. Yes. But humans, as humans, we have consciousness. We are intelligent. We are supposed to be able to do all kinds of things. This is why we are here in physical bodies. We could have done this from beyond, right? If we are powerful, powerful gods, why couldn't we do this from beyond the veil? Think of it. Why couldn't we do it from another planet? Why did we have to be here in a physical form, birth here, and be here present? Because it's not okay. It's not possible from beyond. You have to be here. You have to be here to shift and change everything, to anchor the light, to do the healings, to put the systems in place. So many, I've talked about, excuse me, knowing about blueprints. Then they have the blueprints of this, that, and everything. And the knowing. This is the stuff eventually will go into place of a lot of the stuff that has been used against us to control us and enslave us. So, just know that the reason we don't want to put any energy towards a prediction is because we want to manifest what is good for us, for creation, for humanity. We have to focus on a timeline that is different from that stuff, a timeline that is right for all of humanity, all of creation. So please remember that if you see a prediction, if you read about a prediction, or if you've seen it in a book or somebody's talking about it, or this, that, or something, just collapse it. Just say, I collapse this as a negative paradigm, not our reality, not our timeline. Okay? Because the idea is to manifest the best thing we can for us. It can either take 10 years or it can take 100 or 200 years. You decide how quickly you want this shift to happen. Because remember, it's a collective shift. What I think, right, also affects everyone else. What you think also affects everyone else. This is how it works. So please make sure that you are doing the right thing. You are manifesting the timeline that is good for humanity. Don't worry about what they are telling you. This is why Galactic Federation and whatever they are, don't have to focus on any of that stuff. Okay, you don't need to know. They don't channel, like I said, do not channel any of them. Everything, all the dimensions, guys, everyone is learning. Everyone is learning. And if you get the wrong beings channeling through, you are being misguided, you're being groomed to do things you shouldn't, you're being given information that you should not be even going for. You know, you want to get to the highest that you are. So your higher self, connect completely to yourself, and then to creation or creator. Please, please don't put too much energy into any of that. Okay. All right, so I'm not going to do healing because I don't really see anyone here, but I hope that you'll watch this video and please share the video out to others, like, comment, and also look out for my next video. Okay, I'll post here and also in my group on Facebook. All right, the group on Facebook is the same as 60 Earth Mothers Creation. What did I put it as? I forget now. Hey, um, I just sorry, I thought I saw someone. So it's 60th Mother's Kingdom. Sorry, 60th Mother's Kingdom is my Facebook, the same as the YouTube. Okay, if you want to join, feel free to request. All right, guys, love you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to just leave me a comment um, on here, and I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Love you. Bye. Okay, nobody showed, so it's all right.